Good afternoon. I am NEELA Pushparaj. I am at the Montserrat Contemporary Art Gallery in Chelsea. The first painting I'd like to talk about is the one above my left shoulder. This is called Floral Tribute. The painting actually won an award at the Essex Watercolor show. The delicate flowers along with the earthy green background makes the painting look alive, and I enjoyed painting that particular one, so I was happy that it won the award. The one below it is called Girassol because a friend of mine who was Portuguese took one look at it and said Girassol. So the sunflowers were a common subject a few years ago, and this is my version of sunflowers. As many of you have heard, I paint without having a model in front of me, and I also do not have pencil sketching behind the painting. I paint and compose right on the paper. The one above my right shoulder is called White Iris. The iris itself is highlighted by the background of multiple colors and shapes, and the effect is very eye-catching because the white stands out. The multiple shapes around the iris are also some reflection of the petals. This one is painted on clayboard and is called The Dance of the Iris. Multiple iris shapes and the movement of the paint by itself makes my work easier and more interesting. This painting is called Summer Song. It is watercolor on watercolor on canvas with an acrylic edge made to imitate the deckled edge of watercolor paper. Again, the palette is very joyful. This is an image that I have sent to Rome to be printed in the catalog, which will be at the Vatican. The 3 panels of peonies on paper is one of my earlier works, but the color scheme and repetitive appearance of the flowers is fairly pleasing to the eye. The one below is called Spring Awakening, watercolor on canvas. The movement of the paint on the canvas, especially in the background, is rather spectacular and spontaneous. hardly any effort on my part. The detail is the only one which I have painted within skill required to depict the rose and the stems and the other flowers. This painting is called Nature's Gift. It is a predominantly wet on wet work on paper. Traditionally, they say wet on wet work is a non-saleable watercolor, but the colors and shapes in this painting are pleasing to the eye. The one below is a predominantly white painting of poppies. It is watercolor on paper. The background is very intricate with leaves and stems overlapping each other and setting off the white flowers. And occasional pods of the poppy are also identified in the painting.